Everybody. Even slightly early. How about that? How about that? Yes, yes, yes. This beats kind of sounds like we had a funeral or something. Let me see if we can get something a little more hippie. That's a little better. Let's see something else. Sounds like a robot. Robot movie.
It was a little bit of romance in there.
A little bit. Now I'm just trying to find something a little more upbeat. They're making me feel like we at the funeral. I want to be at the funeral.
Oh. We don't want to be at Mama's funeral?
Funeral. Oh, God, no, we do not. Now I feel like we enjoy it. Let me move forward.
And all the music on here is not the best. And they won't let us play our own music because we'll get flagged on Facebook.
Try some.
Huh?
Hey, Prince. It's called hip hop. I don't know. But it's got a little beat to it, a little more upbeat, a little more. Oops. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Prince. Hey, Nathan.
We might be able to do this one.
I was getting into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Teddy Mac.
Hey, Teddy.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Hey, Lorenzo.
My favorite voice.
I got to hear it today. He's doing
You did?
better. Him and
Good.
Casey doing there well.
Good.
And that was really, truly important. Come on in. Tell a friend. I got my little friend with me tonight. I got my Wacky.
Thundercat. TK, how are you feeling? Are you still on drop? Are you feeling better? Or have you been rested? Or have you been hydrated? Yes, I'm asking 90 million questions online. Oh, thank you, Thundercat.
I am not going all the way back in there to get no bulldog. Hush up.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Hey, Thunder. We're going to give it just a couple more minutes as everybody joins us tonight. Hey, we were early tonight. Yes.
Couple minutes.
We're trying to get our shit together. How about that?
Good job. I'm proud of you, baby.
Welcome, everyone. Tell a friend, come on in. Come on.
You needed the rest. You had a great weekend. Glued to the couch where you should be, as you should. As long as you were hydrating.
Okay, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, let's get this party started. All right. Welcome, everyone, to another marvelous Monday on JewCee Tales Erotic Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. JewCee. And of course, I could not do this show without my beautiful, vivacious co-host, Miss Purple Rain. Hello, baby.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm tired, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. Oh, we got Romeo. Romeo, are you trying to come on? Because the last time you was in the tub, we got to make sure.
Good evening, passion poet.
We got Barbados in the house. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Jonathan. Hello.
Hi, Jonathan. I didn't even see you there.
Done snuck in the room. He done snuck it in. Okay. Well, we got a full house. We got a good group of people in here tonight. Remember to post often as you join us for our wonderful conversation tonight. But before we get started, of course, we have to talk just a little bit about an upcoming event that the Erotic 7 will be hosting here in Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. The Ebony Erotic Experience is going down. Yes, November 1st and 2nd, right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
I got you, baby.
Missed the first one, you don't want to miss
the second one.
Mm-mm.
It's your rebirth.
Yes,
we had the second coming, but now we have your rebirth.
Yes. We want you in the house. We'll be dropping the names of everyone that is going to be our featured guests. We will be getting all of them announced this week. So if you are in our group, you will definitely see them. You will definitely see flyers and all that good stuff. And yeah, we're just going to have a really, really good time. If you missed the first one, honey, you don't want to miss this one. Or if you've missed the first two, I should say, you don't want to miss the third one. Okay. You just don't.
The third. This is the third one. Second one for this year, but third one overall.
Yes. You guys.
And everyone has been different. So you don't want to miss this.
We try to cater to all of our lifestylers, as many of them as humanly possible
And
during
our
our
vanillas.
and our yes. This is definitely a place for it's a safe space for those of you that want to learn more about the different lifestyles that are out there. Not only that, not only do we do a little lifestyle stuff, but we got some fun shit planned too, okay? That everybody can get into, wouldn't you say?
I would agree to that. We have fun, we have education, we have bonding, and then, there's the kinky shit we do.
Yeah, there's we do a little bit. We do a little bit. We try to put a little dab in there, a little dab in there. You got a little food. You got a little. I know, Lorenzo. I owe you rice. I know, I owe you rice.
If you don't give my man his rice.
I'm gonna get him some rice. I got to figure out how do you mail hot rice to somebody. I just got to figure it out. But once, maybe he'll have to come visit, or I'll have to go visit him, and I'll have to make some rice. There we go.
I
There we
got an
go.
idea, but I won't put that out here like that.
He said rice.
I know when you can take it to him. I just ain't gonna say it on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just figure it out. I'm, I'm a quick thinker on my feet. I can figure something out. I'm sure. Yeah, I owe rice. I understand. I understand,
We know
sir.
she owes you rice, Lorenzo. I'm gonna make sure you get your rice.
So if you guys look, tickets are on sale. They are on Eventbrite and on Brown Paper Tickets. You can also get them through our wonderful, we have a little flyer that's out there that you can click on, and it has our square. You can actually go ahead and get your tickets, buy them now, pay on them later. How about that? Yes, buy them now, pay on them later. Only through the Square app and only through Afterpay. Okay, it is the way to get your tickets. Um, Ashton said rice, yes, instead of cake. So we definitely want you to come on out and join us. This is the Ebony Erotic Experience, the Day of the Dead, your erotic rebirth. And it's going down November 1st and 2nd in Cleveland, Ohio. And we have so much planned for you all that you definitely want to be in the house. So get your tickets, get your tickets, get your tickets. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Get them because it is a limited amount. It is a limited amount because of our spacing. It's BYOB. Your ticket includes, you can bring your own booze this time. We're not even going to worry about it.
But we will
BYO.
have chasers.
Yes, and we'll have setups available for you all at a small fee. We also will have our wonderful Purple Rain. She gonna first of all, y'all, if you missed the panel discussion that she was holding, I mean, she was holding court. She was holding court. Did you hear me? Holding court at EEE. Oh my God, at the Burlesque event. Let me tell you, that panel discussion was fire. Okay. And my girl over
You
here,
making me blush, babe.
my girl over here, my love, my God, it was unbelievable. Okay. You needed to be in the house for that panel discussion. She lit it up. And y'all can't say she didn't because she did. Because she did. Okay. She did the damn thing. On top of that, she was the mistress in the dungeon. I mean, and if you didn't get the apple, what was it? The apple. You had some kind of. She had the desserts. It was so good.
Oh, I made apple cobbler and peach cobbler egg rolls.
Delicious. Okay, so not only is she beautiful, not only is she talented, not only is she the mistress of the house. Okay, The bitch can cook. Okay, that's what we talking about right here. Full
And I'm
package.
not a wife yet. Why? No, I'm just playing.
Full package right here. Package deal. Oh my God, it was so good. Hey, Rod. Close pins.
Hey, I got them on deck, and I just learned a new trick this weekend too.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to be torturing boys. Shout out to Mistress Urban.
Oh, hello, Raw. Look who's in the house. Oh my gosh. Master Raw, hi.
Hi, Master Ra. I missed you this weekend, but I know you had your dragon thing this weekend. So I miss you so much, though. I love you, Master.
Thank you for tuning in. Hey. Close pants. Okay. Totally enjoyed those panel discussions. Thank you. Thank you. We did have a good time with the panel discussions, and we do plan on doing those again. And that's very interactive. And we want you all to be a part of that open discussion and that open dialogue and answer your questions. And you're in a safe space. So you can pretty much ask just whatever you need to ask. And we're there to be there for you, to help you
Dragon Fest, yes.
get through learning about being in the different lifestyles that are out there. So, yeah, we had a good time. So make sure you get your tickets. Ebony Erotic Experience, the Day of the Dead. Yes, we do want you in costume. And it's your erotic rebirth. And you're going to see why when we show you our featured guest lists. Okay. This week it's dropping. Our featured guest list is dropping. Hotel information for those of you that would like to stay close to the venue. Hotel information will drop this week. Trying to do it today. It was just one of those days for me. Did not get a chance to get to it, but I will get to it hopefully tomorrow, if not no later than Wednesday. But everything will be available this week because I'm going to be done posting. That's all I have to say.
That
I'm
part.
going to be, because we got everything together, y'all. We got everything together. Our
Early.
venue, our feature
Early.
guests, our hotel, our menu. Very. We are on point this time. We are so on point this time. All we need is you. That's it. That's all. All we need is you. So bring your ass to Cleveland, November 1st and 2nd, and join us for a 2-day event that you will not forget. I guarantee it. Okay. Okay.
Guarantee.
We're gonna have so much fun. Yes, we are. I can't wait. I've already seen one of my outfits. Yes, I
I
plan
haven't
on.
even begun to plan my outfits yet because I have another event coming up in August. I'll plan for this after I'm done with the luau.
Mm.
Hi, Sir D.
Hi.
Congratulations. Congratulations, my love. Congratulations, congratulations. So, Sir D, she has now changed her honorifics from mistress to sir. And that's what I was talking about with Master Eli Ra. They had Dragon Fest this past weekend, and he covered his lovely mentee as a sir. And I am so proud of them and the work they are doing on the East Coast. I love you guys so much.
Well, congratulations. Yes. Like we gotta give claps and
I
snaps.
know, right? I can't clap. I'm on my phone. But
Claps and snaps. Claps and snaps. All right. Congratulations. Prince, no, you're not wearing your monkey PJs. That's out. Uh That's not even
you knew that was out of the question, Prince. I can't even protect you.
right. That Let me tell you how my boy looked this weekend at the All White. Yes. How you gonna
Clean,
outdo? How you gonna
clean,
outdo?
clean as the board of health. Clean as the board of health.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But it was hot as a mug up in that building. So
I bet.
we didn't get to take too many pictures because we was too busy fanning. If you moved half an inch, you was sweating. So It was crazy hot, but it was a great time. Got to give a shout out to Big Dogs Association for having JewCee Boutique in the house. We will be back every time. Next is the black. I'll be back with the black. I'll be back. I can't wait. So make sure, you keep up with me. I'm back doing some JewCee Boutique stuff. I know I have been a little
MIA.
MIA on JewCee Boutique only because we had to get EEE up and running. Had
I
to get
know.
it together. Had to
I
get it
know.
together.
We know why you've been MIA. I'm just helping the
Uh-huh.
people understand you've been MIA.
I've been MIA. I'm back though. I'm back. All
Well, I'm
cylinders.
glad you back because I'm back too. But this weekend, I need to give a shout out to TK, to Thundercat, one of our loyal host fans, and she's, a sister in Erotic 7. This past weekend, we celebrated her birthday with a BDSM 2-day event called Kittyland. It was amazing. I got to be one of the tops in the dungeon on Saturday night. There was tons of great classes. There was topless yoga. There was great food.
Okay.
There was great food. There was candy galore. Everybody showed up and showed out in their pink and Candyland uh, themed attire. Shout out to Snapshot, to Moses with the camera. He got some amazing pics of us this weekend, and I got a photo shoot. Pics coming soon. It was just an amazing weekend. It was. This is her fifth event, and it gets better every time. So I just want to shout out to my girl Thundercat for all the work you were doing with BDSM here in Indianapolis and making sure we stay educated because that's what we stand for. I love you dearly. And I know your birthday's in a couple of days. You know how I feel about you. Love you, girl.
Well, congratulations, Thundercat. Way to go, baby. Way to go. Way to show out. Way to do your damn thing. Okay. Very proud of you. Keep up the good work. And we support you as best we can. If we gotta post a flyer, even if we can't be there, we sending you positive vibes. Thank you so much for being a part of one of our new members of the Erotic 7.
Yes.
She's one of our new ones, and we have another new one that just got announced today. And we have, actually, I should say we have 2 new people, 3 total new. One also is filling in for our missing gopher, and that is going to be Prince. Prince is part of the Erotic 7 now, helping with the events that we do, as well as we'd like to welcome Roxy on the pole to the Erotic 7. Damn it, we got that chocolate drop. Yes, we did.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm.
She make this light skin girl melt because that chocolate is sexy.
Whoop. Honey. Mm.
That's some sexy chocolate right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm so happy she's on our team.
I
So
know, right?
we got some wonderful women in the Erotic 7. And just
New
letting you know,
intro video coming soon.
yeah, we just can't do. I see you, Passion Poet. I see you. So we thank everyone for their support. Because without you guys, we couldn't really do this show and we couldn't really do the event. So we really are appreciative of everything. One other thing that I want to put out there too, and we'll be posting this and we'll put this here on the show next week as well, so that you guys can take a look at it as well. But we are looking for sponsors for the Ebony Erotic Experience. If you want to put your small business in front of new people, you can be a sponsor. Sponsorships start as low as $50 and they go all the way up to $1,000. So we will be giving you more information about how you can get your business in front of more folks by being a part of the Ebony Erotic Experience. Okay. So We got a great topic tonight. I think we've done all of our housekeeping for the evening. But once again, I know there's one more. Sorry. Almost, I don't know how I could possibly forget we were just talking about it. But once again, please keep Siren and her family in your prayers. Her husband had 4 aneurysms, 2 have been operated on. He has had a few mini strokes, so they have not done the next operation as of yet. There is a GoFundMe page out there. Um, During this time, their finances are definitely taking a hit. So if you have anything that you can spare, please, you can go on my page. I think you go on Purple Rain's page. You can go on
Hmm.
Siren's page, and you can see the GoFundMe. Also, if you can't find it, you can always just send it through my Cash App right here at the bottom, and I will forward it on to Siren. But please, please, please keep them in your prayers because you just never know. It could be one of us. So, strokes are the silent killers. So, make sure you guys are doing what you need to do to stay healthy and fit. And, we love you guys. We want you to tune in every week and have fun with us. Okay. Okay. So, without further ado, we got our topic for
Yes,
tonight.
ma'am.
And our lead on this tonight is going to be Miss Purple Rain. And we are going to be talking about communicating in dating. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my little sis to do her damn thing. Go, girl.
Okay, so y'all know I've been on this dating journey since I've been on this show. So has it been 3 years yet? 2 years?
2 years.
2 years.
Lovely.
So for the last 2 years since I've been on this show, I've been on this journey of not just dating, but dating myself, learning myself, growing, being healthy mentally, in navigating this world of dating. Not to say that I'm newly divorced, but I took some time after my divorce to completely rejuvenate. Um, Dating is hard, and dating after 40 is even harder, but dating in general is hard. And one of those things that you have to be able to do when dating, just like with while being in a relationship, you have to be able to communicate.
Mhm.
Um, the 3 C's are probably the key to dating properly: clear, concise communication. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times in dating, you have things that happen. I get it. I'm not in a committed relationship with you. Sorry, the dog. I'm not in a committed relationship with you, and life happens and we get busy and we get distracted by the things that are important. But in sometimes in those instances, we ghost people. Thundercat, you just missed me shouting you out. We did some shout outs about this past weekend from both our perspectives, and now I'm talking about the topic. So you can watch it on the replay. I'll send it to you, love. Um, but again, in dating, when life hits, because we're not in a committed situation, sometimes those people get left out. Or sometimes we're the ones that get left out because I get it. Life happens. But communication is key. Even just shooting a quick message saying, "Hey, I'm enjoying this time, but something else important is taking precedent. I'm going to step back for a minute. I'll check back in when I fix this situation." Just up and disappearing and ghosting people leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. And when you come back around and apologize, it's not going to be, you can't expect somebody to just say, "Oh, okay, well, let's start where we pick back up where we started." So it's really, really important. One of the things though that I want people to remember, that even though you're communicating with the people you are dating, you need to be, and it can be traumatizing, you're right, Prince. You need to be able to communicate with yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to have so much of a life that you're not being realistic with yourself, that you even, if you even have time to date.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. For the people that didn't hear that, that would be us entrepreneurs. We ain't got time to date, nor do we have time to play little silly ass games, nor do we have time for you to waste our time in dating.
That part. Because a lot of people
Hey, Dana.
in today's society say things like, especially women or especially men that quote unquote, you know, are defenders of women on social media. They say things like, don't text her what you doing. Like things, small things that we would think mentally as communication aren't really communication. When it comes to entrepreneurs or women that are single mothers, or even men that are single fathers, a WYD text is a waste of my time. And the reason that that is, even though you feel like you're texting and communicating or calling and communicating, it's a waste of my time because it's not telling me the point of the conversation. You can easily say, in just as quick of a time, you can say, good morning. I thought about you today and I wanted to get together sometime. What are you doing at this time? Or what are you doing tomorrow? Like, it's not just so much of a what you're doing that's the problem. It's, hold on one second. Sorry, the dog is scratching at my door and my son locked him in my room. But it's more of, you can say what you're doing, but there's other ways to say it so that you can communicate with that person your intentions. It's communicating with intention to get things done and to progress you all's dating into maybe being in a relationship.
I think with what you just said, Passion Poet just stated that yes, and it's about getting to the point. You know, some folks want to. I don't know if they don't have control of the English language. I don't know if they don't know how to put a sentence together anymore. But for people that are, we'll say, that have a life and that are busy, WYD will get you, as far as I'm concerned. WYD will, it's lazy to me. That just shows to me that you're lazy. It
And for me,
doesn't
it's
show.
gonna get you a nothing text or at work text. It's gonna get you the quickest response I can give you because that's how I feel. That you
It's going to get
felt
you
like
blocked.
you just needed to give me a quick text.
It's going to get you blocked with me, because that doesn't show any energy, any effort, no nothing.
Yeah.
Um, I don't need you wasting my time. What you doing? That's only. I mean that. Look, some stuff is a
Have
little
you even
juvenile.
said good morning to me today? Have you even said
Right.
hello to me today?
Right.
Not, I wake up to a what you doing? Negro, I was asleep. Yeah, what you doing? Cooling? Like who got time? I tell people all the time, and people that I date or have thought about dating or have communicated with about dating probably get sick of me saying this, but I have a full-time job. I have two teenagers. Well, one of them is technically legally an adult, but in my mind, she's still a baby. Cause she ain't got her life together yet. 19, you still learning, you still wet behind the ears, you still got stuff to do. But I got two teenagers. I have a full-time job, and I have three businesses. Even when I'm not working, I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not doing something at one of my businesses, like doing an event or doing somebody's hair outside of my full-time job, I am doing content. Because one of my businesses is this, what we're doing right now, podcasting, education, sex education. This is what I do for a living. Yes, it's not paying the bills at the moment, but it will eventually. And it takes me taking time, building content, and studying the information that I want to give you guys in order for me to sound educated, sound important enough for you all to even stop and waste time during your day to listen to.
And here's the
So
thing.
even when I'm not working, I'm working.
So here's the thing. I think Sir D Hart just said it really, really well. Your word, some people need to hear words. I'm one of those people. And
Me too.
I don't need what I don't need to hear, because you really, honestly, what you doing? You don't give 10 fucks what I'm doing.
Yep.
Honestly, you don't. And that's the honest to goodness truth. You don't care. You don't care what I'm doing. You're just annoying me. That's
That
what you're
is
doing.
true, Teddy.
You're trying to, if you're, hello, how, how, I don't even want to hear, hello, how's your day going? I don't even want to hear that, because you really don't care. If you want to get to know me, get to know me. But don't
Ask questions with intention of getting to know me.
right.
And not just the simple stuff, not what's your favorite food, what's your favorite color. No, ask stuff to pick my brain and cause us to actually have a conversation. But that's one of the reasons why I don't like texting.
Teddy says, I think the problem with dating is that this new age of 2024, most people have short attention spans, especially with all the options with the dating sites and social media. They have a short attention span without all the extra. They just have
But that just makes it worse, because most
they just
adults
have a
now,
short attention
I was going to
span.
say, coming up in school, they used to say your attention span is as many seconds as you are old. So a 5-year-old has a 5-second attention span. I'm 40. 40 seconds isn't a long time, but because of social media, dating sites, access to things on the internet, or what we called in my sociology class in college, the McDonaldization of society, most people have the attention span of a 5-year-old. And it's just common knowledge.
Yeah. And you get,
and I don't have the exact statistics, but the numbers are there to back it up.
Well, not only that, but a lot of things get lost in translation. What you meant to say may not be how I took it in your text message.
Exactly.
Sometimes a voice call or a face-to-face meeting or a cup of coffee or something like that. Don't just get out here when you're trying to date somebody. It's more or less, you need to find out the things that the people like to do. And I don't mean to put them under a microscope and ask them 20 million questions just to start out with, because you're not going to remember everything. You're just not.
I've asked people to repeat answers to me. They're like, well, I told you that already. Okay, that was like 15 text messages ago. And since you refuse to talk to me on the phone, I'm going to ask again. And I've had to tell guys before. They're like, well, we've been talking for like a couple of weeks now on text message. You don't remember any of that? Sir, you're not the only man in my inbox. You've not asked me for my number. You've not taken me out on no date. What makes you think that you're that important that I remember?
Kira says a lot can get missed in a text, like the tone of the message that's sent. Exactly. I'm old. Talk to me. I don't text. They get misconstrued. That's right. And Teddy says, I never trust a person who only wants to text. And Moses says, let's go to the park and feed the geese.
Okay, baby.
And Yolanda says, texting doesn't count. It doesn't. For people that are really into communicating, and for people that really want to get to know somebody, let's have a conversation, and let's put down our phones and have that conversation face to face, one-on-one. Or if you're going to use the phone, talk on it. Stop texting.
I FaceTime my partner every day. I wake up to them FaceTiming me. And
it's a question of Texting is a form of communication. Yes, it is. Is it the
But it's
best?
quick communication.
But is it the best? I was going to say, is it the best form of communication for the person that you're talking to? And a lot of people, what they don't ask is just that. How do you like for me to communicate to you? Do you like text messages? Do you like phone calls? Do you like face to face? Do you like emails? We forget there's so many different ways nowadays to communicate. Back in the day, my day, we didn't have all this. We had snail mail, which still exists, folks. You can still send a letter or a card or a postcard to somebody. We had telephone.
I'm
Okay.
not. I love you,
We
but I'm not.
we had the telephone where we talked on the telephone for hours, drive my mother absolutely crazy talking to my girls about absolutely nothing. But that was the thing back then. The cord, you'd have the cord stretched all the way into the closet so you could talk to the boy, so your daddy didn't hear you. And then, you
I didn't
hang
have
up.
to stretch a cord. I had a light up cordless phone. I was so glad when the cordless phone came out and then I became a teenager because I got tired of my daddy trying to meddle in my conversations. And then landlines got split into two and I had my own line because my parents didn't want me running up their phone bill and blocking their important phone calls from coming in because I had my own phone.
So, and there's a lot of things that, sometimes a text message is nice, a quick text, hey baby, I'm thinking of you. It's about what you put into it. And I'm not saying, acronyms are cool for some things, but not everyday conversation, and not something that is.
FaceTime me. Let
Yes.
me look in them eyeballs. Because in today, the other thing is with today's dating world, because everything is so internetized, a lot of dating is long distance. People are finding their person in other places. FaceTime me. I want to, just because we're not in the same city doesn't mean that we cannot date properly.
And passion, I understand, you're a long distance for a lot of folks, but I know good and damn well, because you have a great use of words, you are not about to send WYD to not one of them. And they are not going to respond to you. Okay. They're just,
So
they're going to be
So,
sick.
Passion Poet, I'm gonna say this. FaceTime, yes, I'm using FaceTime. We all know that's an Apple thing. I have an Android as well. We have Google Chat. We have Google Meet. A lot of the Samsung phones now have video chat. And a lot of our connections are on Facebook. You can do a video chat, FaceTime, whatever you want to call it, on Facebook and Instagram Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
So there's tons of ways to see each other and date.
You can Zoom. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these platforms, especially with everything that happened with the pandemic. And everybody, please be careful, because the pandemic ain't went nowhere. It's still here. People are still
Mm-hmm.
catching COVID. As a matter of fact, there's a resurgence. So please, please, please make sure you're cleaning, you're masking up, and you're doing what you need to do to keep yourself safe. But there's a lot of different ways that you can communicate nowadays, which is fabulous. And you can meet people that are not around the corner, or just at the grocery store. You can meet people from all over the world. I've done long distance dating via, Yahoo 360 back in the day. So
Boom.
you're right. I'm going way back, but you can do those kinds of things. And it's great that you can meet people from all over. But you have to, once again, still, you want to meet somebody that can communicate, can keep you
That part.
interested.
Yolanda said, FaceTime me so I know you real. FaceTime me so I know you don't need a visa. Because with the exception of the Passion Poet, most of the people that, and I'm saying this because he's in Barbados, but most of the men that hit me up on these dating sites and social media, real life, be in Ghana and Nigeria. And texting them, you don't, and they've learned English perfectly to be able to text it. It's not until you get on the phone with them and you realize they not from here and they probably a scammer.
They
Those are
haven't,
also the men that tell you they love you after 2 days.
they haven't learned. They use AI now.
Yeah, that's true. But those are
They
also the men, ladies. If you're running into a bunch of men telling you they love you after 2 days, he in Ghana.
I love you. I love you. I love you too, and you need to stay where it's hot. Bye bye. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
them
not
scammers.
going.
Them scammers be real. And now they've gotten to TikTok. When I tell you, I have gotten 11 million messages from silver fox and salt and pepper type men that look good on social media. And then they start texting, talking about, you got Skype? You got what, all these apps, these communication apps, you got WhatsApp? Why do I need to download an app to talk to you? You were talking to me just fine right here.
Mm-mm. Yeah, they're they're still out there, folks. They're still, whether they're trying to jump into Ebony Erotic Experience. I had to delete a whole bunch of people that were trying to be in the group. I'm like, you're not real, and you're not real, and
And
you're not
even if
real.
you are, you're not real enough for me.
No. And the thing of it is that being able to have clear, concise communication is important in your relationship so that you can actually get in a relationship with someone that you want to find someone that you're evenly yoked with, if humanly
Yes.
possible. If that's something that you can, do, that would be perfect. But that makes a big difference. But if you don't talk, if you don't see each other, if you don't meet each other, what is it, catfishing? You get
Mm-hmm.
catfished, and I'm like,
They be trying
cat.
to catfish me every day. I hate being beautiful because I swear the internet is full of trolls and catfish.
I just delete. I don't even worry about it. You know, mm, and be mindful of what you're sending people as far as pictures go. People, yeah, I'm 61. I've seen a dick. If the dick ain't here, it ain't doing me no good. You sending me a picture. I think
Right.
us older women, we ain't trying to, honey. We more than happy to have it here live and in Technicolor, but you sending me a picture? Mm, I can look at Pornhub. Thank you. Okay. There's plenty of sites for me to see dicks. I don't need to see yours in my inbox. Don't do it. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. But communication is really, really important. And I think, we've talked about this before when we've talked about relationships. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
folks nowadays have this concept of instant relationships, like
Instant grits.
instant grits. Just add water and you got a relationship. You haven't put in any work. You haven't put in any flavor. You made them just with water. You didn't make them with chicken broth. You didn't you didn't put no salt in the water. You didn't put no pepper, no butter, no sugar, whatever you gonna put on your grits.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing. Them the plainest damn grits ever. They nasty. That's what you're going to get with your relationships when you do not take the time to put in the work. And if you're the one putting in all the work, that's a red flag. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Communication is a two-way streak, people.
Yes, it is. And
Because again, this
you cannot monopolize the whole conversation.
no.
That is definitely a red flag and a sign of a narcissist.
Breathe and let them talk too.
Just thought I'd throw that one in there so that people would be a little more. What did he say? He said, I live on WhatsApp. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he did. Passion Poet also says, but in all seriousness, I agree with this, especially from long distance. Communication is top tier. All my long time relationships are daily for the last 6 to 8 years because we have to talk. Correct. I agree.
And you do. You have to talk. And the other thing I think that we've lost too is the art of communication. Some people or some of us are so in our feelings that we don't know how to get across what we want to say to someone. And what I have learned, especially when you want, if it's a difficult topic or something that you want to make sure it sounds right or it's coming out right, get in front of a mirror, practice. Practice what you're going to say to someone. It's okay, especially if you're nervous or you're excited or you have something that you want to say and you want to make sure it sounds right. Practice it. Say it aloud. Get in front of a mirror. It'll help you with your communication skills for you to hear it. Record it. Play it back. Your phone does more than Facebook. Your phone does more than tickety tack. Your phone does more. I'm just saying, you can do more with your phone than you think you can. It has a lot of apps, a lot of programs on it. A lot of them have the little recording thing. You can record what you need to say. Sometimes that's even nicer, to be honest with you, than sending a text. Record it. Send a recording. Send a voice message. Instead of that way, some of your information or something may not be lost in the translation because I can hear your voice. I can hear the tone of your voice. I can hear the inflection in your voice. So sometimes, that might be an alternative to trying to text somebody all the time. Send
Yeah,
them.
I do voice clips a lot.
Mm-hmm. And
Voice clips have saved my life.
I know for a fact that Robert does, and it's, that deep, sexy voice. And I know,
Girl,
it's the
that
deep voice men.
That
It's
Barbadian, no, he know how to communicate.
that's them deep voice men that like to send me messages, and it's not cute. I don't care. It ain't cute. It makes me read. Okay. Anyway,
It makes me smile.
Teddy says I love sending voice messages. There you go. That is.
Moaning.
Hmm. And then we have, I can hear the sexy in your voice. So, text, you can do voice messages. Um,
Yes, I do.
you can hear the voice messages that people send you, and you can, like I said, hear their tone, hear if they're hurt, hear if they're angry, hear if they're having a good day or a bad day, or you can tell by the inflection in their voices. So that's an alternative to just texting somebody. You can say to somebody, "Hey, I just wanted to just check on you for today. I just wanted to say hello." It doesn't have to be long and drawn out,
Yep.
but that's better sounding than you sending WID. We're giving you some pointers. Just giving you a couple pointers. Just a couple.
Just a couple. So, again, getting back to dating. So, that's communication as a whole, but communication in dating, like she just kind of touched on a little bit there, is about also having difficult conversations and communicating them properly, but also not being afraid to have those difficult conversations. I know we've talked about having difficult conversations in relationships, but those conversations have to be had in dating too, because sometimes you all might hit a brick in the road, and either you all are going to agree to disagree and intentionally date past that, or realize that those are red flags and decide to amicably part ways, and that a relationship just might not be for you all. That's part of the dating experience, is getting to know people and realizing if they are meant to be a rel- uh romantic encounter, or if they're just meant to be someone in passing, or someone that is meant to be a friend. Sometimes we meet people and think that that is supposed to be a romantic connection, and it's not. It's supposed to be a friendship connection. But when you communicate properly, you can figure those things out and keep those types of relationships going properly. What do you
Also,
think, Juicy?
I was gonna say also when you're dating, Are you dating with a purpose? Are you dating with a an agenda? Do you all have the same agenda? Are you
Yep.
just dating to be casual, or are
But
you
some
looking
people
for
are, and that needs to be
right?
communicated.
That needs to be communicated. Is this going to, are we just doing something casual? And then once again, I think we talked about this in other episodes, but if something changes, you've got to let them know, because sometimes with us women, we go ahead, you know it, we catch them feelings, you know. Siren used to tell us the scenario all the time. We see a guy from across the room, and you know, before he even utters the word hello, in our
We've married
minds,
him in our head.
we've dated, we got engaged, we got married, we got 2.2 kids, a dog named Spot, and a white picket fence, and the man ain't even said hello yet. Y'all had a little eye contact. You're thinking about a long-term relationship, and he thinking about fucking tonight. That's it. That's all he thinking about. That's
And that comes from the way we were raised. Men are thought about instant satisfaction, and women are are taught to think about long term satisfaction. And I get it, but sometimes those conversations need to be had, because yeah, he might want a relationship, but he might not want one with you. You might not want one with him. Those conversations need to be had about what you want, what your intentions are, what you're looking for. It's not just gonna be about, hey, how you doing? You sexy. No. After you get past that, we need to have the real conversations about what both of us want before moving forward. Which is part of the reason why some people get in their feelings when they end up being a one night stand.
mm.
Just saying. Just saying.
Or
Because I
somebody
know
has.
y'all feel like the club ain't the space to have that conversation. But if you're a relationship minded person and you're looking for a relationship, when that person approaches you, whether it be male or female, whoever's getting approached, it don't hurt to say, so you just want some ass?
Hey,
Or even, and as a woman, most people don't like it when we talk like this. But there have been times where I've met guys in the club or in the bar or in a casual situation, and we're vibing and talking and having conversation. But there's something about them outside of sex I'm not feeling, and I'm just like, if we have sex tonight, that's all it's gonna be. So I don't really care to exchange numbers or pleasantries. And that's just keeping honest communication.
or you can have a one night stand that lasted 18 years. So
I mean, that has happened.
yeah, it has.
Mine's lasted 7.
Won't be doing
And I now have a 13-year-old out of it.
so.
So,
Yeah, it happens. I mean, look, if once again, when you're dating, you have to decide what you want and understand, because I understand this. When I came back to Cleveland to live, I really wasn't looking to date. I really wasn't. I had to get my paper. I had to get myself together. I had to get back to who I was, and because she was missing in action, and she came. She's back. She's back. She's got a little bit more work to do, but she's back, and I now know that I do want to date. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to say, I took a break. I took a 6-year break. I really did. I took a 6-year break. And now maybe I'm ready to date. Maybe I want to meet somebody, but I know who I don't want to meet. I don't want to meet nobody that types WYD. You can miss me with that bullshit. Okay. If
mhm.
you cannot put together a full complete sentence into a paragraph and make it a paragraph, go ahead and make it a paragraph. You cannot put together a full paragraph. We don't have really anything to discuss. We just
I
don't.
agree.
I am an educated Black female. I am not going to sit here and dummy down for a dummy. I'm not going to do it. If you don't care about your education, that's fine. That's cool. That's all on you. If you don't want to take yourself to another level, that's fine. That's wonderful. That's all on you. That has nothing to do with me, and you will not be in my life. I know what I want. I know what I bring to the quote unquote table. Here we go with that bullshit. But I also know
You
what
mentioned it, not me.
I couldn't help it. It just popped in my head.
I
Um,
know.
but if I know what I want, I know what I don't want. Okay. And some folks get a little offended by that, especially being a woman. A woman is not allowed to sit around and tell you that she don't want you. Every man that walks up to me, I'm supposed to be legs open. I'm supposed to
I'm
think you that
supposed to act like I'm not the prize because men get in their feelings and get butt hurt because
I'm
a woman
supposed to
don't
think
want them.
they want me to feel that you're the cat's meow and you're just not. I know I know when I'm vibing with somebody, and I know when I'm not. I know when somebody is talking to me, they're doing this. There's
I know when people are talking at me and when they're talking to me.
yeah. And I know when you're not talking with me.
Right. But it's also funny because people get so like when a woman has preferences, people get butt hurt. But when a man has preferences, it's okay.
Double standard.
Double standard. Because apparently, no matter what you look like, what your breath smells like, what your grill look like, what your clothes look like, and what kind of money you have, I am supposed to be appreciative of the fact that you find me attractive and want to make me your woman. And the fact that I say no, I decline is offensive to you as a man. I'm sorry if that makes me conceited and gives me all the kind of the audacity. For me, it's education and communication. Because I've dated some men that I think are fine. But most people be like, what you date him for? You above that pay grade. You fine. Like, why'd you date him? To me, it's because he had a mouthpiece on him and he knew how to talk to me.
The other thing too is
But I will give the whole entire audacity when there have been some men that have approached me. And I
you
will
like
act like I have all the gall and be like, did you really think you looked at yourself this morning in the mirror and was like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her. She gonna want me.
And here's the thing, you like what you like, we understand that, and I like what
Right.
I like, we understand that. The point of not of setting yourself up for failure, which a lot of us do, women as
Mhm.
well, is a part of it's a part of life. It's a part of learning who you are. I'm not going to, what like and I say this a lot on the show, and I'm gonna say it again just so y'all can understand, because a lot of you are not where I am. A lot of you are trying to get to 61. Some of you may not even make it to 61. I pray that is not the case, but you have to understand that everything doesn't go as planned as much as you think it does. You have to be able to shift, and you're going to change as you get older. What I liked in my 20s, maybe I didn't like in my 30s. What I liked in my 30s, I didn't like in my 40s. What I liked in my 40s, I didn't like in my 50s. What I liked in my 50s, I don't like in my 60s. You change, you evolve, you become someone else, you become a grown up, you become someone that likes yourself, you become someone that doesn't necessarily need a man. To me, a man is never a need. A man is
He's
a
a
want.
want.
What I need, and this is for my gentlemen and for my ladies. What I need are three things: food, clothing, and shelter. Those are the three things that I need. In order to get those three things, I have to have an income, because the barter system doesn't necessarily pay your mortgage all the time. Okay,
That
unless you
part.
give unless you're giving up some, but you have to understand what's the difference
And then
between.
that's technically illegal because that's prostitution.
Right. You have to decide what your needs and your wants are. I want a good man in my life. I want good friends. I want a good job. I want things that are going to make me happy. I want, those are wants. Those are not things that are going to keep me alive. What's going to keep me alive is food, clothing, and shelter. If it's storming outside, if it's hot outside, if I got to eat, I got to, I got to have a roof over my head. I got to have clothes on my back. Those things are the things that are going to keep me away from the elements, away from starving to death. Those are the things that I need. And those three things were told to me by a man. And I have held on to those three things to make sure I have a roof over my head, I have food in my stomach, and I have clothes on my back. Everything else is a want.
And to have to need a man to provide those things to me, for me personally, is a problem. I like being able to provide for myself. I want to want my partner, not need my partner. Because the moment that I need you, I am now dependent on you. And if something happens to you, I can't survive without you.
And I don't know, I'm not saying that it's not nice. I know men want to be needed. I would rather, I think we put a lot of pressure on men.
I don't
Um,
like putting that pressure on any man that I'm with.
I think we put a lot of pressure on men that, well, you're going to go out and you're going to be the breadwinner and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And I'm going to, and the unrealistic type of world that people want us to live in, we can't go backwards, folks. We can't go backwards. The days of women staying home and bearing your children and cleaning the house and being June Cleaver, those days are long gone. Yes, there are women that stay home. Yes, there are women that stay home and take care of their children and clean the house and blah blah blah. I get that. But a lot of women nowadays have jobs. Some of these women have two jobs. Some of these women make more money than their husband makes. Those
And
things
there
are,
are men that stay home too, y'all.
there are men that stay home and take care of their children. It's a different world. And you can't keep living in antiquated with an antiquated thought process that no longer should have never existed in the first place, because that's not how the world ever was. Especially if you're women of color. Women of color have always been out in the field doing whatever it is it needs to do right beside their husband. If they got to pick cotton together, they picking cotton together. If she's dropping the baby, he's making sure he's catching the baby. And it's always been like this. It's not like it just started.
And
Women,
even before slavery, women of color is who I'm speaking on specifically. In the villages in Africa, there was a 50-50. There was not just the man caught the food, the woman cooked the food. Like it was still a balance. You know what I'm saying? They worked the land together. They did all of that together. There are tribes where the women were the defense line. There are tribes where women were the worked the land. It's all about working together.
and it he said catch the baby first hop. Don't let no, not the first hop, sir. No. But there's a lot and even with Native Americans, the same thing. The women, even the women, a lot of there's tribes where the women had the wealth. With the Native Americans and with the Africans. You have to go and look at your history. Stop being brainwashed into believing certain things that are not true. They never have been, they never will be. They just have written the scenarios and you all are looking at them and taking them in hook, line, and sinker, even though they make absolutely no damn sense whatsoever.
None
None,
whatsoever.
None. If you think for 5 seconds that women have not been educated, that women don't know how to read, that women can't push a plow, that women can't have a child and get back out in the field. Now, not all women, I will say that. Does she need some time for her body to recoup? Yes, of course she does. But we aren't in those times anymore, because we do have hospitals where women can give birth safely, hopefully. Um, but you got to look at where you are today. You got to figure out what you want your dating and your relationship to look like. Is it going to be something that's prosperous? Is it going to be something that the two of you are in it together? Are you looking for a helpmate, or are
or
you
a
looking
part.
or are you looking for a helpmate, or are you looking for a partner, or are you looking for a burden? What are you looking for?
Are you looking for a maid?
Are you looking for a
Are
cook?
you are you looking for a personal bank? Because this goes for women too. Are you looking for a personal bank?
Are you looking
Are you
for
looking
someone
for a
that
sperm donor?
are you looking for a come up?
Right. Are you looking for a bag? Men, are you looking for a maid? Are you looking for a womb? Because some of y'all want to be fathers so bad that you'll put a baby in anything. Um, and then
Are you
complain later,
are you looking for a trophy? Something that look pretty on your arm but don't really bring nothing to the table.
but don't want her to talk.
You got to think about what you want. And then there are people out there that will fit that dynamic, but you can't make somebody fit a dynamic that they are not in. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's also a big mistake, because a lot of folks don't want to communicate. I want a trophy wife. You're not going to go out here and say it. I want a trophy wife. You're not going to go out here and say, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to be abusive to you. You're not going to go say those kinds of things. But these are the true things. These are the things that you're feeling. These are the things that you want. These are the things that you're not speaking about. Narcissists aren't going to tell people they're a narcissist, and abusers aren't going to tell you that they're going to abuse you.
Yep.
You have to wait and find out. They're going to
It
charm
just
you.
happened. It happens spontaneously.
You're going to charm them. They're going to charm you. You got
As
to
soon
ask
as
the
they comfortable, that's when it happens.
you got to ask the right questions. You got to keep being engaged in your relationship.
And that goes for men and women because there are some female abusers and some female narcissists out there.
Woo! Woo! We're going to talk about that. Don't worry. That's coming up. That's coming up, fellas. I'm on your side. We about to talk about that. That's coming up. I tell you, I'm doing my research because that's not talked about enough, not nearly enough, about how women abuse men, and how men aren't able to talk about it. But we'll talk about that another time. But
Yep.
just real quick, let's just take a short pause for the cause, because we want you guys to grab a little bit of water, maybe make a couple of more comments. We're not going anywhere, but we just want to share with you about the Ebony Erotic
Get
Experience.
your
Of
tickets.
course, get your tickets, but we want to tell you where. So don't go anywhere. Just get your sippy cup together, and we'll be right back with more Juicy Tales Erotic Chat after this little short pause.
The ladies of the Erotic 7 present the Ebony Erotic Experience, the Day of the Dead, your erotic rebirth. Join us on November 1st and 2nd, 2024 in Cleveland, Ohio. Tickets go on sale July 1st, 2024. They'll be on Eventbrite, Brown Paper Tickets, and Square. You don't want to miss this erotic event.
All right, make sure you get your tickets. The Ebony Erotic Experience is going down. You want to be in the building in Cleveland, Ohio. It's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun. We'll be dropping a lot of info this week, hotel information, featured guests, the whole 9 yards. We about to do the damn thing. Yay! And we want you to be a part of it. Okay? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So what kind of tips can you give people for dating? I know we had talked a little bit more or a few videos back about just going out on a date. Can you give some people some ideas? Um,
On what kind of dates or what to do on dates? So, some date ideas. First date ideas. I understand there's this whole movement where women want to be wined and dined on the first date.
expensively
Most
wine.
Right, expensively wined and dined. But there are
It's
some inexpensive things that some of us women like for first dates. Coffee. I'm a Starbucks addict. Take me to coffee. Because you want to know what? That gives us time to talk in a public, open setting where there's a bunch of strangers around and we can have uncomfortable conversations in a comfortable setting and not have to worry about somebody throwing something at somebody and pouring wine on somebody. We ain't got to worry about all that. We in public. Ice cream. It's the summertime. Most cities and towns, especially major cities and towns, have like a canal or a boardwalk or a beach or something like that. Go get some ice cream and walk on the beach. A picnic. Picnics are nice. You can cook the food, put it, or even order out. Order out at you all's favorite restaurant. Pack the food. Get a blanket, and that way you can still enjoy the food of the restaurant without having to deal with the ambience of being quiet or a bunch of people being around talking. Barnes and Noble. I was getting to that one next, Prince. Barnes and Noble. If you are dating someone that is into reading, that is into that's a sapiosexual, that is into things like when you're having an initial conversation, you find out, oh, they're back in school. Let's go to Barnes and Nobles and look at books because maybe I'm not educated on the things that you're learning and I want to learn. So go to Barnes and Nobles, or because you can't really talk in the library, you can talk in Barnes and Nobles. They also have coffee shops in Barnes and Noble, so we can go and pick out some books and learn each other's likes and dislikes about reading, what types of things we like. But we can also sit in the coffee shop and talk about other things. Went on a date once where a guy and me went to a bookstore and we literally sat on like the couches in the bookstore and read. We weren't reading to each other, but it was just spending that time getting to know each other and getting to know what the other one likes to read. Um, Ice cream, Barnes and Nobles, canal, picnics, um,
go
long
on a bike
distance
ride.
dating. Huh?
Go on a bike ride.
Bike ride. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but for my long distance daters, um, movie night. But because you can watch stuff on your phone together, or give out a temporary password to your Netflix and your Prime, because you can do a temporary. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get them your real password. And but even on your computers and stuff, you can watch movies on your digital devices together and order DoorDash. And you can have dinner and a movie together long distance wise. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of things you can do to date that are not expensive and lavish, and a lot of us women, fellas, would enjoy.
And on top of that, if you're trying to date and you're a guy and you find a female, she's attractive, she's this, and you'd like to take her out, go ahead and ask her, where would you like to go? Ask her. Start out asking. Ask some questions. Where would you like to go? If she says she wants to go to Ruth Chris, or she wants to go somewhere out of your range, then you know what you're getting. Because sometimes some of us tell on ourselves day one. Okay. And
And
you
if a
can't,
girl says she don't like Cheesecake Factory, something wrong with her.
right. Because that food, first of all, that food ain't cheap. Not only that, but you get a lot and you can take home a doggy bag or two. Let me just say. But, and the food's delicious. The food is very good. Um, if you're out, you're dating, that's all you're doing. You're dating. You're
This
getting
is
to know.
not relationship stuff, folks. This is dating.
This is dating. And I think what has happened with the internet is everybody's trying to figure out how much money you got, and that's none of your damn business. So you have to be very
And ladies,
careful.
I'm going to
Be
say
very,
this to my ladies because this is part of the reason why we get the backlash that we get when it comes to dating and the things that we want. Do not ask a man to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. I'm sorry.
yep, yep. If you can't take
I've
yourself to
never.
Ruth Chris, if you can't take yourself to Ruth Chris, if you can't take yourself to Cheesecake Factory, and I want to take it a step further because some of these girls that are out here now tend to think that this gentleman that is not the father of your children should also pay for food for to take home to your kids
Or a babysitter
or the pay for the babysitter. No,
or
no, no,
your Uber. Why, what?
no, no. Now
I'm confused.
I don't mind him getting an Uber for her, but if he can't pick
I'm
her
talking
up,
about to the date.
I said if he can't pick her up,
Oh, okay.
if
Well,
he can't
no,
pick,
some of these girls, it's not that he can't pick her up. They don't want him to pick them up. I don't want
well,
him knowing where I live.
well, and you know what? I can't. You're just dating. I can't argue with that.
I
I
can't
really
argue with that, but I don't. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna pay for my own Uber to get to you.
well with
Now
like I
you can
said,
pay for my Uber home afterwards.
I drive Uber, so to me it don't. I just want to take that tip money. I got her there. The rest is on you, sir. But just make sure that you're, first of all, you're in a public place where when you're starting to date. You're doing things that are out in public. Take advantage of an art museum. Walk an art museum. Walk the science museum. If find out what each other likes to do. Ask each other, have you been to the aquarium? Go to the aquarium. We have an aquarium in Cleveland. We have the art museum. We have some of the best museums that you could possibly go to. You would be surprised. Broaden your horizons. Give yourselves a little more something to talk about than what Tickety Tack is doing.
If you're here in Indy, the art museum is free.
It's free in Cleveland.
Now the zoo costs a pretty penny. I love the zoo and I love animals in the summertime, but our zoo was like $50 to get in, so I don't know. That's expensive as dinner.
Yeah,
And you still gotta get food while you in there.
yeah, we got things that you guys can go to. We got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland. You can go to places. You can go to some nice places to eat in Little Italy that won't break your
Go to
pocket.
putt putt.
Play putt. Yeah, do some putt putt. Do some a game day. Go do
You know what
something.
my favorite date was? What's that
Pottery
golf place where you hit the balls in the
and
long distance? Huh?
Top Golf.
Top golf. That was the
Top
best
Golf.
date I ever had. They had
Top Golf.
alcohol, food, and golf.
But Top Golf is a little. If you're gonna go to Top Golf, don't go on the weekend to save
And it
money.
was,
Go.
but that wasn't a first date. I'm just saying that's a date I did. That was like our third date.
Yeah, you can do what you want to do. Just don't. I'm pretty much like don't break the bank on the first date. That's how I feel.
Yeah. It's
Don't
because
break the
it's
bank.
opening up the door for communication to see if you even want to deal with that person.
Exactly. Go to breakfast. That's an inexpensive meal
Denny's is
usually.
my favorite. I know y'all like to feel some type of way and was feeling some type of way when Russell Wilson closed down Waffle House for Sierra, but you know what? Waffle House got some good ass food.
You can go to sometimes on Sundays at some places in your cities. I'm sure there are restaurants that serve brunch.
I don't like going to brunch places though because it be a party in there and we can't
You.
communicate.
That's
We can't communicate if it's 50, 11 people in here acting like brunch is the club. Brunch has turned into a club event. No, mm-mm.
We have some nice brunch spots here in Cleveland.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, no. In Indianapolis, brunch is the club. It's got a whole DJ and bottomless
Well,
mimosas.
wait a minute. So is Denny's. I don't know what you're talking about. So is Denny's. I've
Denny's
been
is not Denny's is not the club until after the club.
to
It's not at no 1 o'clock on a Sunday.
Robert took Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, we're not going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We can go to Buffalo Wild Wings, especially if she likes sports. There's, you don't know. You got to talk to
We
people.
can't talk. I want first date should be places where you can talk.
Excuse me. I said dating. I didn't say
Oh,
nothing about which
okay.
date it was. You
Oh,
still stuck
okay.
on
Buffalo
one.
Wild Wings is good for second, third, fourth date.
Wow. So anyway, look, the bottom line is getting to know a person. The 3 C's: clear, concise communication, making sure that you are expressing yourself in a way that there are no misunderstandings. Sometimes things get lost in the translation with text messages, folks. Might want to use a voice message. You might want to call the person. You might want to FaceTime them or Messenger time them or Zoom or something so that you do not get things miscommunicated, okay? So that you all can talk and maybe see each other even. Miss Purple Rain has definitely given some great ways and places to go on a first date that are inexpensive. Young ladies that are out there, stop thinking that what you're seeing on social media is the norm, because it is not.
But listening to these podcast girlies, they suck.
Not all of them, but some of them, yes. Quit thinking. Start thinking for yourself. Think about what you would like. Think about what you want to do. Think for yourself. What do you want? And then learn how to obtain it. It's great you can get advice from us. You can get advice from anybody, but it's just advice. When it's all said and done, the bottom line is it's up to you. It's up to you as a person. It's up to you as a person, as a man, as a woman, as an individual. It'll be up to you all as a couple. You have to stop. It's cool to get advice from people, but at some point you got to think for yourself. You got to, because sometimes all this advice is not always good advice. Some people hurt people. We've talked about that before. Some people are still a little bit angry about how things went with a past relationship that they may have had and may not be able to give you good advice. So understand who you're talking to, understand where you're getting your information from, and be open to receive. You're going to do better if you're open to receive than you are if you're going to be like playing detective and going through people's phones and giving yourself anxiety attacks because you think that this person is doing X, Y, and Z.
When they're
not doing a damn thing. Make sure that you are ready to date before you walk out that door with somebody else.
Yeah.
Because some of you aren't ready. Some of you have been hurt. Some of you have not taken the time to work on you. You so busy trying, I got to be with somebody. No, you don't. Be with yourself. Love yourself, love on yourself, get yourself together so that you are presentable and together to date somebody. Because like I said, hurt people, and broken people trying to date, baby, you asking for disaster.
Amen.
You asking
preacher. Preach, preacher. Y'all didn't know she was a minister. She's ordained. Preach, preacher. She's the sex god.
You have to understand, you cannot. I've been through some of this, guys. I really have.
She's lived a long time.
I've come out the other side just with a little more knowledge and a little more patience and a lot more attention to myself and knowing when I need to, hey, look, let me back up. Let me back up. I could love you from afar. I need to get me together. I need to love and like me because you're not doing it. So I need to.
Loving and liking myself is what's got me through the last 11 years.
Gotta love and like you. And there's people out there that you can love and not like. I got a couple of them. I love them
And
to
I'm
death.
still learning to love and like some things about myself. You're always a constant evolution. So do
Yeah.
not be afraid to accept the fact that your preferences and or things you like change. What you
Yeah.
like you said earlier, what you liked in your 20s, you don't like now. What I liked in my 20s, I would dare not ever date in my 40s.
Yeah. And it's okay.
I commend myself on the growth because 20-year-old Jasmine and 40-year-old Jasmine, who have taste changed.
You're forever evolving, and change is the only constant.
That part.
Is the only constant. And it's okay to change. It's okay to grow. It's okay to say, "Oh, I don't want that no more." It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. So when you're dating, know what you want. Not necessarily that you're gonna don't have, please, whatever you do. Oh my God. Please don't have a laundry list that's like, you know, but get yourself 5 things that you're looking for. What are the 5 strongest things that you're looking for in a person that you would like to date? And whatever it is, whatever that list of 5, it cannot contain the word money.
Or sex. Because
She's,
sex and money fade. Sex and money fade. You have to be able to like this person.
I can play with my, I mean, I can teach you some things that you can do that you don't have to.
So that's why sex shouldn't be on the table. Those 5 things should not include sex.
Well, we're just dating anyway. We're starting out with dating. What are the 5 things that you want on a date? What are the 5 things? And don't worry
Sex
about
should not be on the table. I'm just giving
honestly.
sound advice.
Well, honestly, I can't say that because I
Sex
do.
should be on the dating table.
Hush. Listen, some people, it's love at first sight. I've seen people like this. I have seen people, I have friends that are love at first sight and they had sex on the first date. I had sex on the first date and it was an 18-year
Um,
relationship.
I'm not saying that you can't have sex on the first date because I've had sex on the first date. I'm saying the 5 things that you want out of dating, sex and money should not be on that list.
Oh, okay. You're not saying I can't have sex. Okay.
Right. Because if the chemistry is there and I'm feeling you, we getting it in.
Interview number 6.
Right.
Interview number 6. Oh.
But in order for us to even get there, there are 5 other things I need to make my kitty cat even say, "Mommy, we want." Okay.
I'm just and hey, look,
Number 1 is communication.
if we get to number 6, I might take care of number 7, which is pay for the dinner. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, y'all, we just clowning right now. But anyway, y'all, we hope that you all had a good time.
You might get an early birthday gift. I'm just playing.
Hey, you might get. But just like I said, just really, really, really get to know you too. Date yourself too. I know. That
I just started doing that. I take myself on a date once a week.
Date yourself. Are you a good date? Are you somebody that somebody else would want to date? Make
Put
sure.
y'all's phones down on these dates too.
Right. Don't even take them with you if you can. Keep them in the car. Have some communication, because I can't stand somebody that's on their phone. I don't like it.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. If y'all was to ever take me out on a date, the moment I pick up my cell phone and start checking work emails, you lost me. If I start texting her about business in the middle of our date, it's over. It's over.
All right. On that note, join us next week.
I'm done it. I've been on a date and I started texting my sis.
I need y'all to shh. Okay, so join us next Monday night for more JewCee Tales Erotic Chat. If you missed any of this show, you can watch it on our channels. We're on YouTube. We're on a little bit of Facebook. I don't know if Twitter is still existing because they sent me something about Twitter is not da-da-da-da. But you guys can definitely check us out again next Monday night. We'll be right back here with more hot topics. Her crazy ass on this show.
Hey, it is what it is.
Make sure you go out, get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience going down in Cleveland, Ohio, August 1st and 2nd. Tickets are on Eventbrite. They are also on brown paper tickets, and you can get them on Square. We'll have more information with that next week as well. If you're not on the group page, you can go out to Facebook and put in the Ebony Erotic Experience, and you will either be on our group page, which is where you want to be, or you'll be on the regular the page, I guess you could call it. We have stuff posted out there as well. So make sure you tune in next Monday night. We start at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 8:30 Central Standard, 6:30 for our folks out on the West Coast. And for our brothers and sisters in Barbados, we start at 9:30. I know it's dark there early though. But I hope you guys had a good time with us tonight. We definitely had a good time with you. Remember to enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. My crazy sis over here and myself. We love you guys.
Y'all love us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.